this for real? There's no way this is happening. Everyone's removing their mask, putting on their mask. This happened right now. Insane McDonald's luxury to jungle when you open the door. Where did they drop them off here? Remember when one of the Samsung phones would always catch fire? This was the passenger with a Samsung phone on fire. Training like this in the water was very intense. Hello, welcome to my channel. I am Flight Attendant JoJo, which means, yes, I am a real flight attendant for a real airline in the US. Right now, I am furloughed, so I just hang out and make YouTube videos pertaining to airline news, and I got really intrigued when I saw this video. I thought it would be fun to commentate all my thoughts on what we see go down here. Here's the deal. I'm gonna show you a video by Sam Choi. I think that's how you say his name. He's great. I recently found him and started following him. I'll link the video that I am gonna commentate about. So what I believe he does is he travels around and talks about different airlines, their planes, their services on that plane. But I found his video where he goes into a flight emergency simulation training school. And as a flight attendant, I have actually been hired as a flight attendant twice at two different airlines in the US, one as a regional airline and one at a mainline airline. So I have had two very different, similar trainings, but he's gonna show how these flight attendants get trained. It is a very thorough simulation. I've never seen anything like it in the US, but I have gone through the same sort of thing, not to this extent, but I cannot wait. I have not watched this video yet. I just saw it and thought, we're gonna watch this together, and I'm gonna tell you what I've experienced at mainline training and the difference of what he's about to experience. I've gotten questions, and I used to be curious before I became a flight attendant. How does training go? How extreme are the swimming parts or the emergency evacuations? It is certainly intense, but what I was seeing in the thumbnail from this photo, it is looking way more intense than anything that I experienced. And if you're thinking about going and becoming a flight attendant, you will definitely be able to get through all of this stuff. You will be prepared for any sort of emergency any airplane would have to go through. This guy is having such a good time. This looks like a simulation of, I believe it's a 787 and an A380.
Let's go, guys.
This is what the simulations when you walk inside look like. Ours are not actually moving like this one is.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Captain James and his crew.
Okay, when you're in training, the trainers will actually go on the intercom. They'll pretend that they're the pilot or whatever it is. They say all those things, and I love it. And we absolutely sit here like this and just wait for an emergency to happen. They will yell out commands, what evacuation or what kind of things you're seeing out of the windows. I know in one of our simulators, not when I was in training, but the new people that have gone through training, they have windows just like that where you can see outside. Oh, look, I think they're crashing.
This guy's reach level is really high right now.
Shaking you, Sam?
Oh gosh. I would definitely want to be buckled up. Who would not last through this? Like, I want to know what you would do. Oh, those oxygen masks dropping. I like how the people next to them didn't get any oxygen masks. It was just the two of Sam and this girl. I believe the other three in this are either his friends or actual flight attendants. We don't get smoke in the cabin like this. This would be a great add-on though. I just can't. This is too entertaining. Okay, it looks very green and blue outside. It looks like they're still on like a very safe runway. Okay, I'm guessing the flight attendant now makes evacuation commands. Yeah, he's telling them to brace. So as a flight attendant, when you're in training, one person will be the flight attendant. Other flight attendants in training will be passengers. Evacuating out. Is he gonna jump down the slide? Is he going down the slide? This is going to be so fun. Who would jump down the slide? Some people in training, they can't jump down the slide. They get too scared.
Come this way. Move.
I just left me.
Sam's the last one off the plane because he's like trying to grab his luggage or something. So yeah, that is what an evacuation looks like. We don't get to blow the slides like that. We get to open the doors. When I was in training, they would have a screen outside that would show whether you're entering into water or fire or the land. So you had to open the door properly, be able to pass that drill. Theirs is very high end. I don't know what kind of training facility this is. This is not a specific airlines one, but maybe if you went private.
Jungle, and we need to get outside.
Jungle survival. I like how they put stitches on him. Okay, wow, that window just removed completely. So we do that. We will pass each other survival equipment, and we learn how to use all this survival equipment on the aircraft. We'll open it up, or it will already have been opened. And then we talk about all the different items, what you would use them for. Yes, you have to climb out a window. She did not do that very well. But during every year, we do this. We pretty much do the same thing every single year. You go back and you train like this. Theirs is very intense, but you have to climb out the window. And if you can't make it out of the window, then you're going to have a talk with the company. But for the most part, I've never seen anyone not make it out the window. There is not flashing lights and stitches on anyone. But this is, oh my gosh, is he learning how to build shelter? We did not learn how to build shelter. We do talk about like fresh water tablets, everything like that. Similar stuff. They probably have the same kit. That yellow thing. You know what would be worse? I would be okay in the jungle. It would be the water that would freak me out. Oh, they're in the freezing. Nothing like this.
Wow, but it is so fun.
We do have suits to put on if it does get too cold. I believe it's for the pilots though. I don't know why you would leave the airplane if it's that cold outside. Because I'm pretty sure the pilots are the only ones that leave the airplane. Unless the airplane's on fire, then fine, step out of it. If you're enjoying this, make sure to hit that like button. If you want to fly in a nice premium cabin like that, that's definitely supposed to be a private jet. So yeah, business jet. If you want to fly in that, hit the like button. If you've ever flown in anything like that, is he doing a service? Okay, so that's the thing about private, is that you have to bring, most of the time, you have to bring the food for the passengers. So the flight attendant preps all the food, drinks that are going to be on that flight. For me and my airline, it's catered to us. So I love this, that they're showing that he brought McDonald's. Is it empty? Those empty fries? Now I want McDonald's for lunch. Oh no, he definitely has a fish fillet. Is he going to eat it? He totally ate it. What do we think Sam's diet is? They probably live like this normal. Like he's comfortable here. It's like, nah, this is how I fly. Oh my gosh. If anyone's a flight attendant, please comment if you've ever spilt anything on anyone. I have once. It was horrible. I'm like, you have a suitcase. Just like change your shirt. It'll be fine. It looks like he's about to put out a fire. That's what's happening right here. For girls, you tie up your hair and make sure no hair is sticking out. Got a slicked back ponytail. That'd be perfect for this. Put it in a bun. Put on your protective gear. And then put out that flame. So we do that every year. And it's a real fire. They start a real fire. Not just smoke. Is it smoke? Is it going to burst into flame? Yes! That's like ours. Totally burst into flame. That's funny. In the overhead bins, is there going to be a fire in there? That'd be so interesting. Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, this is where people get the most worried about going to flight attendant training. Can they pass the swimming test? There's rain and waves? Yes. Okay, I'm going to pause it. When I was at regional, we didn't fly over water, really. They didn't have us learn, or we didn't have to get into the pool. We had to know how to put on the life vest. We knew how to put on the infant life vest, and we had to know how to use the life vest and all those things. But we did not have a pool at my regional. At Mainline, we have a pool. You've probably seen photos of it. Yes, you go swimming, but let's see what the difference is.
Miles never really have to do this.
So Sam says he's never done this before. This is not normal.
Yeah, I don't want to do this ever.
Go into the pool, we'll do some survival positions in the pool to conserve body temperature, then we're going to climb into the raft, and we're going to be inside the raft.
Okay, so here's the deal. You have life vests on. So if you're thinking about becoming a flight attendant, you're afraid of swimming, whatever it is, you do have life vests on. They don't expect you to necessarily Olympic swimmer. But I think it would freak me out when I did see the rain and the waves.
We call it the help position and the huddle position. Bring your knees
Yes.
to your chest, wrap
All
your
the same
hands around
things.
your knees, and just float. And it'll help.
This must all just be FAA, but that guy seems British. Are the FAA rules the same in Europe? There's no way, because I get told off whenever I travel out of the country. I'm like, okay, your rules are different in the US versus another country. Or airlines. Oh, waves are coming. Who would just be like, no, I'm not becoming a flight attendant. I'm not doing training if there were waves like this. You do have to climb into a raft. And there was like 40 of us in one raft. It is. Everyone's just climbing in like that. It's so intense. You're pulling people up, but they're in waves. But with 40 people in the pool, it does get a bit like there are waves. And rain, oh my goodness. I think people would be freaking out though, afraid that the rain was going to come in. There are some people that get scared, but you work as a team through it. So don't ever feel like you can't become a flight attendant because you're afraid of doing this. Your friends around you, the other flight attendants, they comfort you. You get through this. It's only for maybe an hour out of your 6 weeks of training. Like I went to training, did 6 weeks of this, learned it. Don't let the pool stop you. And even if it is scary, you still make it through. I know people that made it through the pool part. This guy's shorts are so little. Oh my gosh. Oh, there he goes. I think people have pushed other people into the pool at training. Like when we go back every year we don't get back into the pool. Let me know in the comments if you would do that, if you would feel safe on a plane, because the flight attendants know how to handle all of those situations. It really made me miss going to Recurrent. We do that every single year. You have an initial training of 4 to 6 weeks to 8 weeks. If you do an international carrier, I think it could even be like 2 or 3 months of training. But with US Mainline, it was 6 weeks, learning it in the books first, and then you go apply it. And then every year you do the same thing, except for the pool part. The pool is the only thing we don't have to get into every year. So that's all for my video. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button. I am Flight Attendant JoJo. I will see you again very soon. Bye, you guys.